a huge foul. The storm's going down. Not as much damage to the into. Can should be thrown out as well. My computer's not
He's
ready
still
to
around.
explode.
Dragon's in the game. He's still here. He's got all marines with him. And there's another one called in, and it's going to get Neural as well. Instantly shot down. That Harrier not doing a huge amount there, but it's going to be obliterated in the process. And
looks like the Ravens trying to Understicker actually pointed down the point defense drones. Battle cruisers throwing down the amount of cannons, but here come the Vipers. Ladies and gentlemen, hello from the MLG studios here in New York City, and welcome back to Heart of the Swarm exhibitions, where me and Mr. Axeltoss commentate and or play Heart of the Swarm stuff Monday through Friday, starting each day at 5 p.m. Eastern. That being said, if you want to be involved in today's activities, join channel MLG in Heart of the Swarm, and we'll try to make it happen. If you say something nice to me, that's usually grounds to be accepted into the game. But lots of pro players preoccupied with other stuff today because there are a lot of tournaments going on right now.
That's true.
Trying to qualify for certain things. So it's okay for you guys because then we get more involvement with the community, which I love personally.
Indeed, it's always great to get some of the community folks on. In fact, talking about that, tomorrow is going to be the community critique for rules of engagement. So feel free to go to majorleaguegaming.com/replays. You can submit replays there. We'll go over them at 7 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. But right now, you guys can get involved at this instant. Just join Heart of the Swarm, load up that game, join channel MLG, and say something nice to my friend Alex over here, and they'll bring you right into the game.
That's all you have to do. Very simple indeed. Again, Monday through Friday, we have something going on. Mondays and Fridays, we typically have King of the Hill action. Tuesdays, we have custom game. We're kind of dabbling around with Tuesdays right now. Not sure exactly what I want to do with it. But yesterday was actually a lot of fun. We were dabbling with custom games, and I really want to get some more of that done. I feel custom games are a big part of StarCraft too. At least they were in Brood War, and trying to make that happen in Wings, Liberty, and Heart of the Swarm, I think that's a great thing to aspire for. Of course, Wednesdays we got free-for-alls going on, and then Thursday we have a show matches, and tomorrow it's going to be Seed versus Supernova. That should be a great one. Of course, two of the top Korean players on the Heart of the Swarm Grandmaster ladder at the moment. And Friday, we're continuing with King of the Hills once again, and also every single day at 7 p.m. Eastern, we have Rules of Engagement with Axeltoss. So lots of stuff on the slate for Major League Gaming program, and of course, every single day, just tune into MajorLeagueGaming.com, and something's going to be happening, your source for gaming content. And now we're seeing lots of activity in the, the channel. You're getting invited, sir. I like that one.
There we go. We got Cats in the game too. Cats is always fun. He's the current King of the Hill champion.
He
as well.
always ninjas himself into these games somehow,
He does.
but I'm perfectly okay with it.
He's always fun to watch. I love how he plays free for all with a ton of Vipers late game.
Yes.
Which is something most Circ players really haven't utilized the Viper, I feel, that much, and I'm not really sure exactly the role, all the uses of it and how powerful it is quite yet. Sometimes it seems really strong if you yank a bunch of units in, and then the blinding cloud ability against things like siege tanks or even clumps of bio combined with fungal growth can be strong. But it's you really have to utilize it in conjunction with infestors, and that can be a little bit tricky. But Cats is a player who does it very, very, very well.
Yeah, Cats is always a guy with brilliant strategies, and you can never count him out. Trying to situate something here. So Sasquatch showed up really late, and he came into the lobby. He's like, "What's going on? Why am I an observer?" Oh, I said Axeltoss, not Sasquatch. That's what happens when I try to type and
That's right.
I try to talk at this.
Well, it's nice to know I'm always on your mind. There we go. It's it's nice to know that. Let's see. Looks like
I think we're just gonna start. I'm sorry, Sasquatch.
All right. I mean, he to be honest, he'd probably just 7-pull someone anyway, right?
That's actually a good point.
Yeah. So
I'm just starting. We're going.
We'll get it.
We have auto mining in Heart of the Swarm.
This is true. So if they're not quite ready, their workers will mine for them.
Yes.
Which I think is kind of cool, because one thing a lot of people, I mean, honestly, how much skill is there in grabbing workers and telling them to mine?
I am able to individually grab each one and send them each to their own
in a
individual
microsecond.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very, very fast.
So you're slightly hurt by this new change.
I am. It's I usually get a huge advantage at the beginning of the games, but now I'm not going to be able to. That's okay.
I think it helps balance out latency issues though a lot, or computer issues. Because if you're running on a computer with higher settings or not quite as strong, sometimes there's maybe a 3-second delay from when you get into the game into when your opponent will get into the game when your computer has pseudo loaded the game, but it hasn't quite yet. And this even happens at tournaments. You can look at really competitive online tournaments to see sometimes just you'll watch a player and he gets in the game and you like watch people side by side.
Yeah.
One person's computer is just like 2 seconds faster, and they both like kind of finish loading, so the game starts. But then one guy's computer is still like 1 or 2 seconds from actually fully loading. So I mean, like the change.
But then why shouldn't Blizzard just build the first worker for you too?
Because you don't. That's something you don't always want to do, right?
If you're Protoss or Terran.
Well, what if you want to do like a 6 racks, like 6 depot 6 racks? I mean, it's not efficient, but what if you do want to do it? Like that's hindering your build order choices.
Well, what if I don't want to send my probes to mine?
And then you can grab them and tell them to attack.
Okay.
I mean, it's not. I mean, versus having to cancel a command, right? You see what I mean? It's a little. You don't have to cancel an action.
Fine, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. And here we are without Sasquatch in the free-for-all. Of course, historically, he always 6 pulls. But thankfully, actually... Okay, I'm trying to see if anyone's not making workers. Everyone's making workers.
Nice, nice.
Wow. And we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Protoss, 1 Terran, and 2 Zergs. Let's go ahead and go through and introduce them. Some of these guys were lucky enough to join the channel fast enough so they can get involved in this, which is fine. In the top right, we have Zethian. Interesting little name there. Zethian. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Just below him, we have Cats, the pink Zerg player. I would not want to be next to Cats in a free-for-all, I don't think.
Probably not, no. I mean, I would rather be next to Cats than next to, like, Sasquatch or QXC or one of those really aggressive players. But it still isn't something you really want to be. I think, or like Druby, you know, Druby loves those early bio timings. If you spawn next to Druby, you're probably in for it.
I mean, it was funny. By that logic, like Sasquatch, he spawned next to someone, but like skipped him to go to QXC.
So that's true. So then it's good to be next to Sasquatch in a way.
He'll skip you.
And then you can kill him and the person.
And you get his base.
And you get the person. Let's say you're sandwiched between Sasquatch and QXC.
Yeah.
Sasquatch 6 pulls QXC. Then they're gonna
fight each other, and you're gonna be safe.
And then you just kill them both.
Easy.
And you have 3 bases.
Perfect.
All of a sudden.
Awesome.
So maybe that's the best spot possible. Is next to the guy who 6 pulls, as long as he doesn't 6 pull you.
Yeah.
That's a critical thing there. That's very, very, very important.
Continuing along, we have the red Protoss player Watson at the bottom side. He's probably an Englishman. Of course, the server
maybe helps out a detective every now and then.
Yeah.
Solve some crimes.
That's actually
It's
probably him. We'll have to see what kind of sneaky things he does in this game to solve mysteries of this map. Because let's look at the vision really quick. Yeah, that's happening. You can't see a thing.
He's already solved one mystery, though.
He has.
That's who's next.
The mystery of Cats being next to him. He has a probe sitting there. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Continuing along the map, we have Yellow Snow, who is appropriately the color yellow. Not sure how he managed that, but I'm a little impressed at that feat. But Yellow Snow on a rocky map that seems relatively dry, seems like it might not work out. But
it also seems cold, though. Right?
You think so?
Yeah, because there's no vegetation, right?
And are these like ice crystals popping out of this thing?
They very well may be. They very well may be.
Alright, we'll keep an eye on that. We also have Get Lost Luck, the pink Protoss player, a guy who does not like luck-based play, apparently, presumably. And he's playing pretty safe, which makes a little bit of sense considering his name. Does not see anything on the map.
Does not want to be 6-fold.
No. Of course, to his north, we have
Eco-side.
Kitty?
Eco-side.
Eco-side.
Eco-side, when you kill the environment, you know, like...
Oh, this is a good map for him then, because there's no...
He's already seceded.
Yeah. I like it. And we have a Stalker trying to pursue this bro. Alright, to his northeast, we have Wretched. See how he does in this game. Blue Terran. And of course, the last player, Flip-Flop, who's also Shu, you may know him as. We discussed the relevance of his name to his AKA. Flip-Flop being a type of shoe.
Indeed, sir, it is.
Though spelled a little bit differently.
Oh, some action over here, though. Meanwhile.
Uh-oh, is that Cats?
That is Cats being aggressive to his north. Zethian has plenty of larvae saved up. Unfortunately, no food to make defensive units. He's got to figure out something because he's going to lose that expansion. Unfortunate supply block there.
Cats also has a pylon in his base, but he's going to scout that right away. Great job there from Cats, able to identify that.
Except he's running past it.
That's a good point. Wait,
Maybe he's
do we
really
have like
eager
4 gates
to...
or something? We have 3 gates. 1 gate's a little bit far away from finishing. We have a 4 gate here from Watson. Oh, the pylon was canceled.
Okay.
The probe is still alive though.
Interesting
Cats doesn't
choice.
seem to be concerned.
You know, I think he's using his detective skills, or assistant detective skills, I should say.
To try to find out the best place to put a pylon.
Exactly.
But he
so,
went and put it in the vision of another overlord.
Well, you know, I mean, there's vision everywhere because Cats is a great player. But which spots does Cat's eyes roam to when he looks at the screen, right? This is trial and error. It's saying, well, you notice a pylon if I put it over on the left side of his base. What about the right side? You know, this is how you get data to really conduct your investigations properly.
We're on Katz's vision right now, and it seems like he's very preoccupied with the pink player to his right. Little does he know the red player to his south, there's a red blob in his base, and a bunch of units are being warped in, so Katz momentarily should be able to identify this, and we'll have to see how much damage he takes before fending off this aggression.
The queen is... Oh, look at that 4-corner surround on the queen. Brilliant move there by Watson. Zealots come in here. Drones are on retreat, but Katz is retreating his feelings.
Yeah, he has to. He has to retreat his feelings to deal with these zealots. Of course, he was able to pretty much successfully kill the person to his northeast, Zethian. And these links should be enough to clean up this aggression from the red Protoss. So there's an element of this where Katz was possibly baiting the red Protoss to build all these units in his base, so that he's sacrificing his economy by 4-gating, not expanding, and of course by losing all these units essentially for free, unless he can take down the spawning.
You know, even if he can take it down, though, does Katz really need to spawn pool right now? I presume as long as he queues up a couple queens, he's going to want to predominantly build...
Oh, it's going to be close. It's dead.
Ooh.
It's dead? No.
Wow. No, 2 more slices short of being dead. Watson's a little bit upset about that.
And he knows those lings are on his way to his base.
Or maybe I think they might actually just go to finish off Zethian. He wants to ensure that threat to his Norse gone, because once he kills that person above him, he can go ahead and get 4 bases.
Yeah, he's already taken.
Every other player is going to be on 2.
He's already taken the goal over there. So we can see a situation where Katz gets a pretty ferocious lead. Now let's see what's been happening across the map. We have about 5 gateways, a Robo, a Forge, a Twilight, a Cybernex core, 2 cannons, or 1 cannon, all on 1 base here. So we have Yellow Snow refusing to take his natural expansion at this point in time.
Yeah, you know, he just wants to kind of just hang back maybe, and let everyone else fight each other out. I'm not sure. I still think you need 2 bases, though. I mean, there is something to be said to letting other people do all the fighting in free-for-all, but I think you do still want to go ahead and take that natural, at least at some point.
Of course. But Yellow Snow saying, you know what, I'm just going to stay on 1 base and kill everyone with 1 big army.
Running right past Watson's entire armies, looking getting some revenge against that 4-gate. The probes are being annihilated. Watson, what is going on here?
Watson did not solve the mystery of the hidden Zergling because Katz is storming into his base with all those lings. At the same time, he's actually engaging Yellow Snow here on the left-hand side. Finally going to be retreating back, leading with his probes, going to turn those around, waiting for his main army. But Katz, again, absolutely relentless towards his neighbors. And this goes back to what I said before. You don't really want to be spawning next to Katz unless you both team up on him at the same time. But that obviously didn't happen in this case.
And I mean, now Katz has just eliminated all of his rivals here. He's just going to be an almost unstoppable empire. But let's take a look at what Shu has. Shu's been pretty much a pacifist this entire game. What is he building up to? He's got 2 Stargates in the back of his base. 3 Stargates, excuse me. He's massing Tempest.
He is.
He's already got a whole army of them.
Yeah, there they are. They're actually engaging Katz's 3rd base here, so Katz can immediately retreat all those drones. He's going for a static defense strategy. At the same time, Katz's lings are going to try to run into Shu's base here. Shu picking a fight with Katz. Meanwhile, we have Marine drop inside the mineral line of Ecocide here on the left-hand side of the map. Going to decimate so many probes. Going to try to retreat to his natural expansion with most of those. And also bringing his main army back to his main base. 2 Immortals, plenty of Stalkers, sentries there to help defend against that. And targeting down the medevacs there is the... What is it called again?
Ignite Afterburn gets his medevacs out just in time. And you know what? With all of Katz's early aggression, he neglected his tech to the point where these Tempests are just almost unstoppable. But if he gets Mothership Core, he gets it. Now there's no recall. That means if Katz can get a way to get enough U-lists up or Hydra-lists or something that can handle them, they can't recall out and they're all going to die.
So the resources of Katz, he has 1,300 gas, but does he have spire or anything. It's like an infestation pit placed on the field, trying to get some spores on the ground. The queen's getting taken out. We have a player defeated. Yeah, that was the player in the top right.
Oh, it looks like on the other side of Cass, Watson, who is so crippled by Cass's speedings, is being annihilated by Yellow Snow. Yellow Snow staying on one base for quite a long time, but now decides it's time to move out and get some notches on his belt.
Hey, I mean, if you stay on one base for a while and just get a big army, you can probably secure your top 5. You're probably not going to win the game, but as long as you outlast the bottom 3, top 5 isn't a terrible thing to get an 8-man.
Oh, but now Yellow Snow is taking a piece of his medicine. Get Lost Luck comes in to attack him, but you know what? These Immortals are just destroying that Stalker army of Get Lost Luck. Yeah,
Yellow Snow should be able to deal with this without too many issues here. Going to defend his natural expansion. Meanwhile, Cats is on the run once again. So many drones here. Going to be retreating them all back to his main base. 40 drones on the field. Flip-flop, aka Shu, with about, that looks like 12 Tempest.
I mean, he's going to pretty much eliminate Cats from the game, but back at his base, he's got a massive problem here as his Thin Marine and Tank army is just rolling up into his Nexus. Did he overcommit on his assault against Cats?
Oh, an immediate recall there.
Oh, but the Tempest against Marines, he's got to kite backwards. He's going to forfeit his natural. Oh man, this is just so bad for him.
Cats
All
is
his
so
gateways
happy.
are gone.
You know how happy Cats is right now?
Cats is really happy because this, I mean, Cats was going to die.
Yeah.
If Shu was not forced to recall back, Cats was dead. It's that simple. The Tempest may keep him alive. Wow. Some mercy from Wretched not finishing off that Nexus.
Well, Wretched is going to be preoccupied here. He's got Zealots
you're right.
in his main base from Eco's side, so everyone attacking everyone. This is how free-for-alls should be. Cat's very thankful that Shu backed away. Going to be trying to rebuild that natural expansion. Has about 7 infestors on the field, which might not seem like a lot, but if they are Cat's infestors, I tell you that is a lot of infestors.
It is, and he's got a lot of stat defense going to keep him alive, and people may forget him for a bit, you know, because he's taking so much damage here. Ooh, lucky War Prism there.
Oh wow, that command center is actually about to fall in the natural expansion here of Wretched. You find the Tempest can pretty much outrange everything on this side of this.
Wretched may have made a mistake in poking Shu because he's awoken the Angry Dragon.
Yeah.
He's got to go for frontal assault. There's no way he can defend this type of siege.
He's going to try to stem in here, but there go the force shields. Perfect force shields there from Shu, except leaving a little bit of a gap here on the right-hand side.
And you know
so he's able to get by.
These Tempests are not that great against the Bioforce. They can pick at it from a range, but the Nexus falls down. The Bioforce continues to advance. The Tempests are being flanked from both sides. The Marines are stimming in. Vikings from the left, Marines from the right.
Gosh, Tempests are melting away here to this Bio army. Shu trying to back away, has nothing underneath these Tempests to really supplement them. Just trying to stay out of range of those Marines. Trying to take advantage of the very long range on these Tempests. But the Marines going to stem forward once again. Tempests falling everywhere. There are more in production, but Wretched, I think his economy is pretty much gone. There's still Zealots in his main base. 7 kills. What do we got here? 7 kills. Are they all in 7 kills? 7 kills, and 8 kills. So those Zealots equally dispersing their kills here.
The Bio is relentless, though. I mean, I think Shu maybe needed like a bunch of cannons or something, because Tempest in a straight-on engagement, they just take so long to kill the units. He is going to clean this up, though, but he's taking severe damage. Lucky for him is Ace in a hole at the top right, getting the forge down. They're getting the wall off. But Cats is taking the natural right below it. There could be some conflict of interest here, dueling over this upper right side bases.
Yeah, and Wretched still has no response to these Zealots from Eco's side. They have been absolutely dismantling this main base for a good 5 minutes now. And Wretched perhaps just now discovering that his entire mineral line has been devastated. Meanwhile, Eco's side building up a nice little army of his own, and Yellow Snow and who we got here? Get Lost Luck just playing pretty passively so far. Not really going for any major engagements, and it looks like Get Lost Luck just ignoring his companions, the people next to him, his neighbors at the moment, and looking for other things to kill, perhaps just trying to clear out that creep and taking a Nexus, trying to take advantage of these gases early.
I like it. I mean, he already has plenty of gas, and with these additional assimilators, just gonna give him a chance to maybe mass high Templar or some other very gas-intensive unit. Shu wants to get rid of Wretched. He says, "You've hurt me for the last time."
Supply block.
Oh, that is unfortunate. He doesn't have that much money anyway. His SCVs are all on move command after a different SCV as well, so he's not even gathering resources, unfortunately.
No.
They're all watching one of their buddies finally back to work. a small Marine Corps, but I don't think that's enough to handle these Tempests, even if it can close the distance.
He needs to ask for help from his comrades.
He does. I mean, he's got, you know what, if we look right below him at Ecocide, the guy who crippled him earlier, Ecocide has a good amount of Stalkers. Without Blink, though, can they close the gap and get under those Tempests and take them out?
Oh, yeah, they probably need Blink, and that being said, he just started researching that. Or actually, that's Get Lost Luck, researching that Blink upgrade. So important to have against those Tempests. But three Protoss factions here have very similar unit compositions, hilariously enough. We got a more... There we go, asking for help. I like that. You got to take advantage of the chat in free-for-all. There's no Pro League rules here. You're allowed to say GLHF. You're allowed to say whatever you want to a certain extent. But asking for help in free-for-all is very important. Very important aspect.
Look at what's going on at the top right. A little bit of a siege here. Cannons versus drones. And you know what? I think the cannons win that one, but the drones are trying to mine all they can. I don't know if Katz is that worried, though. Ever since Shu left him alone, he's been able to reestablish all his bases. He's making a move in the middle.
I love
He's
this
got
play.
Infestors and Spines. Look at those fungal growths. This is a three-way action here.
Yeah.
Yellow Snow, Get Lost to Luck, and Katz all mixing it up.
He should consider renaming himself YOLO Snow. I think that has a nice little ring to it, because he's about to die pretty soon if Katz decides to engage against his natural expansion. But it looks like Katz is going to back away for now, and I honestly love this strategy. Look at this. He's just lining the middle with static D. When I constructed this map, this is the visualization I had, and I'm so excited to see Katz actually doing this, because if you do this correctly and you set up proper static D, you just can mine forever, all you want, and until the Tempests arrive. That's when you kind of need a backup response.
I mean, but look, he's lined the north side of the expansion all with Spore Crawlers, and we've seen how long it takes those Tempests to kill buildings, and it's been, what, 6 minutes of Shu destroying Wretched, and he's just now finally finished them off. So I think those Spore Crawlers will buy Katz a lot of time. Shu's going to first try to clear out this expansion. But meanwhile, Katz has plenty of time to find out a counter to these Tempests. Maybe it's just going to be the Infestors, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have a lot of minerals or gas to really invest in anything else at this point in time. That being said, he does have 5 Vipers on the way. I think that's Katz's color. Yeah, so Vipers is a good response to the Tempest. Of course, you can grapple them forward towards the Spores and then have them do damage. You can even Neural Parasite them once you grapple them with those Infestors.
He has plenty of Neural Parasites.
Yeah. Love to see that. Meanwhile, Yellow Snow trying to make something happen here. Going to be trying to engage Katz. Katz desperately throwing down those fungal ghosts, losing Infestor after Infestor here to those Colossus. Yeah, he needs those Vipers.
He does. I mean, that Colossus is raining death on Infestors. They're going down. So many Infestors dying. And he needs these Infestors to beat the Tempest. He can't afford to lose them to Yellow Snow.
And if the Colossus dies, there's not much to really deal with the Infestors. So.
Oh, Ecocide with DTs, destroying his Spore Crawler line at the same time.
Oh, no.
Katz has been unfortunately tag teamed a bit here. But you know, this is what happens when you get greedy.
He's about to kill his own tree.
He didn't need that one anyway.
Yeah.
Actually, kind of he did to mine at one gas, but not the end of the world. He's going to kill the gas and make up for it, so it looks like it was all intentional.
Oh, because he doesn't need that gas anymore, I guess.
Oh, the Horde attempts is coming in now. And you know, Katz, getting range into Spore Crawlers, just a little bit there. I wonder if Katz right now is going to be regretting his move towards the middle.
Oh,
you think maybe he should have just tried to take off on 2 bases?
It's hard to say, but here are the abducts from the Tempest. Let's see if the Neural Parasites go down. Yes, there are the Neural Parasites from Katz, taking Shu's army into his own control.
Oh, and look how fast Tempest kill other Tempests. That anti-air massive damage, doing 85 damage a shot to other Tempests. That makes Neural Parasite really, really strong, and I would say that's a win for Katz.
Meanwhile, Yellow Snow going to be engaging the Pink Protoss here. Get Lost Luck. Get Lost Luck already threw down the GG. He has no answer to this army, so it appears we have 3 main factions left in this game. The Yellow Protoss player, Yellow Snow, the Pink Zerg player, Katz from Root Gaming, and of course Shu, the Protoss player in the top right, color orange. But everyone else seems to be scrambling to get enough resources to rebuild their armies, their economies. But I don't really see anyone being able to go up against these 3 main factions here on the right-hand side of the map.
They're definitely the power players, but you know what? If someone else can slowly build up an army, perhaps they could sneak their way back in the game. I just say Katz's advantage, though. I mean, mining from the middle is such a huge bonus.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's in danger of killing his other hatchery there. Luckily, he's got plenty of Queen Energy to transfuse it. There he goes, the transfuses, healing the hatchery right back up.
That's such a great combo, just using transfuse and the Viper, is called Consume?
Might be. That's what it's called in Brood
So
Warfare.
you consume the hatcheries, and then you use the queens to transfuse. And all that is just energy being transferred, which is pretty nice.
Wretched begging for peace as he was trying to rebuild off a single orbital. Shu sends in his massive Tempest fleet and just absolutely obliterates it. Now Wretched is back down to, unfortunately, he has enough money, he can rebuild that orbital. There he goes, rebuild it back into main. Ground zero yet again.
Alright, Shu going to be engaging these static defenses once again. Cat's coming forward with the Vipers, and Infestor's trying to find some room to get his damage done. There goes the Abduct onto one Tempest, but look at how fast those Vipers die to just a mere volley of the massive Tempest that Shu has. So Cats has to be careful to avoid that, bringing these Tempests back home. Inevitably going to kill them with the Spore Claws, and there they go. Meanwhile, we have Get Lost Luck getting absolutely demolished by Yellow Snow. And Yellow Snow's strategy's paying off. Again, he was like pretty much the last guy to expanding at like 10 minutes, but he's kept his main army alive throughout this entire game. Hasn't really done much trading.
He has, and you know what? I think she was going to have to rely on Snow to help him deal with Cats, because the last couple trades they've had have all gone in Cats' favor. I mean, yeah, he killed one Viper with that volley, but he lost 2 Tempests for it, and Tempests are significantly more expensive than those Vipers. He can't afford to keep trading this way. That's why he's finally trying to add in these Colossi in this competition, because if he gets enough Colossi, they can do the job to get rid of those Spore Crawlers effectively. They can do the job to beat back those Infestors as well.
Alright, Get Lost Luck was defeated and left the game, and of course Shu and Cats are going to be aware of this, so they should be able to know about the imminent force coming out here from Yellow Snow, and he's going to be proceeding clockwise around the map, now focusing on Ecocide, and Ecocide doesn't have much at all, trying to rebuild the Nexus here in the middle of the map, trying to mine from the golds, but Yellow Snow pretty much coming in from every direction with his Protoss force, and now Ecocide pretty much has nothing left, and honestly, all Blue has is Marines. So I could theoretically see Yellow Snow taking down each player to his left-hand side.
He could, but you know, this is expensive. He lost about 60 food in that engagement, and if you look at him, he has 0 income, and he has 0 money. He only has 14 minerals, no income. He's going to have an incredibly difficult time rebuilding this army. He's going to have to long-distance mine. He can't long-distance mine from the middle. Cats has got that on lockdown. Yeah. So he's got a long-distance mine to scraps from Get Lost Luck space.
Yeah. Prioritizing this gold in the middle could be a great strategy, but here we go. A little bit of an engagement here on the right-hand side. We got Colossi and Tempest coming forward from Shu, and Cats trying to use these Vipers to pull these units into the range of the Spores, into the range of the Infested Terrans from those Infestors. The Vipers slowly getting clawed away. Neural Parasites going down onto the Tempest right now here from Cats, trying to come up with the defense, but does Shu have too much? Because Cats is slowly running out of all of his units.
It was adding in those Zealots and those Colossi really helped this composition. They were the ones that really beat back the Spore Crawlers and kind of got in the way to give the Tempest the breathing room they need to get their damage done.
Alright, keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, we do have the long-distance mining occurring here from Yellow Snow, and they're going to sandwich Cats here, and I think Yellow Snow needs to recognize the fact that that Shu's army might be a little bit more intimidating than Cats is at the moment, but honestly, I think Yellow Snow, how good of a position is he in right now? I mean,
not a very good one, I don't think. I mean, I don't think he can take on either player on his own. Perhaps now Cats is weakened. He needs to get this Nexus up on the left side of the main. Hope that Shu and Cats will be so distracted killing each other that maybe he can mine from the left side uncontested.
All right, that Nexus has been seen by Cats. I'm not sure if Shu has seen it. Okay, Shu has not seen it, but Cats has, so we'll have to see what kind of chat takes place here. Wretched trying to stay alive, teaming up with Ecocide here, considering Ecocide took his natural expansion, so they're going to be buddy-buddy for the time being. And Shu, it looks like he's going to work on taking out Cats.
Cat says you guys should try League of Legends. You're a fantastic 5-man team. Perhaps a little resentful of the fact that both Shu and Yellow Snow are both teaming up on him. You know, he was in a tough position there. Yeah. You know, I think maybe instead of taking the middle, he needed to try to move on in fact, the base of Watson. Yeah. Watson still has a couple bases that still have plenty of minerals in them, and they wouldn't have put him in a position where it's kind of between the two power forces. It's kind of like being Poland during World War II, you know, stuck between the Germans and the Russians. You're really going to get in trouble no matter what happens.
Yeah, and it's a little bit unfortunate for Cats because I don't think he realized the army that that Shu was producing. He also, I don't think he necessarily knew that Shu was in this location at the top. So if you're evaluating the players in the game, obviously Shu and Cat's probably going to be the strongest. Perhaps if you knew, you know, hindsight's 20/20. If he had known Shu was there, might have tried to be more aggressive towards the bottom side of the map, taking those expansions rather than the ones closer to the player who was amassing those Tempests, which it killed a lot of his stuff. He lost a lot of drones, he lost a hatchery, he lost complete control of this natural expansion after Shu decided to take this base at the top right, and that leaves Cats in a pretty sticky situation, but he still has those spellcasters, and as long as he has those, hope is not lost in my opinion, but losing 2 Vipers there, it might not even take down all these Tempests. In fact, Tempest coming forward. Fungo's going down here from these infestations, but here come the charge lots from Shu, and it looks like that might be curtains here for Cats. As all these infestors should likely die here. Maybe 3 or 4.
He's going to get a few away, but he lost the Vipers. At the same time, though, he did kill a number of those Tempests. You know, Shu's army's down to 100 supply. Shu's getting dropped in the back of his other base by the last army, Wretched. And meanwhile, Yellow Snow has been mining from the middle, or he was a second ago. Where did all his probes go? They must have retreated.
Okay, there they are.
Perhaps they retreated away from an attack by the purple player Ecoside.
I think Yellow Snow is in a pretty solid position
I think
here.
he's got the strongest army of any player in the game right now.
He's got to recognize the composition of Shu, though. I don't know.
He does. Shu is his biggest threat, without a doubt. I think if he just gets blinked for his Stalkers, that's the first step he needs to do. It's kind of interesting to see the 35-minute mass Stalker type army with no blink. But he's got great upgrades. If he just gets blink and continues to mass Stalkers, in the middle zone, as soon as Tempests go in the middle, he can just blink under them and focus them down without a problem, right?
He needs blink, though.
He does need blink.
That's the main issue here. And I think, yeah, that Zealot, he should be able to recognize this is happening. There we go. Now he absolutely knows the Tempests are on the field. And immediately researching a shield upgrade. Not getting blinked just yet. We'll have to see if he decides
perhaps he can run him down. No, he decides to back off, play a little bit conservatively. And that's fine. He does have the superior income right now, mining from the middle base. Although, you know, Shu still has that gold natural as well.
Yeah, and that's a lot of stuff.
Cats
is gone.
Yeah, Cats is gone. Okay.
Cats is gone. Oh my gosh. Shu's not paying attention here.
A little bit of this side there for a second, and that's all it took. You know, Shu has not very much money either. I think if Yellow Snowman moved right now on Shu's ass mining base, there's nothing Shu could do to defend him. Maybe he could picket him from Tempest.
Yeah, you just got to keep yourself away, but you're going to lose.
He would lose all his income
at least. The probes might be able to retreat into the main to buy time because there's a cannon line there, but you're definitely going to lose that Nexus. And it looks like here, Yellow Snow, he's decided to go. Blink is about halfway done.
To attack, though, because even if he kills all these buildings, I don't think Shu minds. This is a situation where Shu's trading buildings for unit kills, right? But they're buildings that he doesn't need anymore, right? That base is, he has no care in the world about that base. Yellow Snow has got to realize that there's only one mining base left for Shu, and once he takes that out, the game is his, because he's the only one mining at that point.
Well, in theory, we got a pretty big army being accumulated here from Ecoside, so
you're
we
right.
could see a situation where if Yellow Snow and Shu decide to engage each other, Colossus, okay, gotta be careful. If they decide to engage each other and they pretty much kill each other, then, you know, Ecoside can just sweep in here and take the victory for his own. Meanwhile, we have Wretched politely requesting a pass-through with those Marines and has decided he's going to change his mind.
That might have been a mistake.
He's like, never mind, you can get back in front of me, it's all good, man.
The Marines is walking to a line of Colossi fire.
Blink's about to finish.
Not so great for them.
Blink just now finished here for Yellow Snow, and he's deciding to go for it. Surging forward with the Stalkers here. Where's the Blink? There's the Blink, trying to blink underneath the Tempest, targeting one down at a time here, but Tempest going to try to back away, trying to kite as effectively as possible. And all Yellow Snow is worried about here is protecting this expansion, because as long as he has access to this gas and to these golds, he can keep adding on Stalkers, and he can keep sacrificing them for Tempest, because, you know, eventually Shu is going to start running out of minerals.
Oh, Shu hitting the flank of the engagement.
Oh, no.
This is what Yellow Snow did not want to happen, stuck in a 2-on-1 here. He's got to back away. You got to back away and get the other two players to fight each other.
Just run.
Instead he's stuck in the middle. Storm's going down.
There's the blink away. 2 Colossus are going to be forfeit, and now it might be a battle between Ecoside and Shu here. Shu, I think after that battle occurred, he's definitely in a good situation, because Yellow Snow, Shu's like, this is the third Protoss. Wait a second, he has to die. And now I think it might be worth it for Yellow Snow to take advantage of this.
He's got to come in front and back. This is his best chance to take on his Tempest count.
Go.
If he's got to go now,
Snow.
go. Oh, he's hesitating, and now his only ally or potential ally left in the game, ecocide,
Blue or purple
is pretty much
yeah. I
is
mean,
pretty much eliminated, and I don't think he can take Shu on his own. He's sure he's got some zealots to support his army. But
oh,
you
he's
know
gonna try to blink forward, targeting down the Tempest once again. But again, there's just too many. There's too many at this point.
You know, they don't kill Stalkers that fast. I mean, this is like 100 food army of Tempest, like the most expensive unit in the game. And they might actually lose to these Stalkers. Holy moly. Tempests are just awful in straight up engagements.
Wait.
Did this really happen? There was more
Wait,
Tempests
what?
than there were Stalkers.
Hold on.
There was clearly, it was like 20 Tempests.
Are the Stalkers gonna win this? No. Oh, he's not target firing.
Oh, more Tempests coming. I think she was.
We got reinforcement Stalkers here.
Oh, well, maybe not.
This is the closest battle in Heart of the Storm history. Remember this moment, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be fun. Oh, here comes the probe.
Oh, I thought the probes would save Shu, but that did not. You know, Shu.
Oh my gosh! And keep in mind, the Yellow Snow still has his base up in the middle, so he can keep reinforcing. But then again, so can Shu. And we have a game in our hands, Mr. Axelav.
You know, I feel like Yellow Snow's got this checkmate now. I mean, Shu's army is devastated. The Tempests just aren't going to work against these Stalkers, as we saw in the last battle. Maybe, you know, he has a lot of gas. Actually, both players have a lot of gas. I don't get why they don't just mass a lot of Archons. Because Archons are very cheap in minerals. And, I mean, yeah, they're not the greatest in the game, but they're not bad.
But when minerals are this sparse too, I mean, I think it might be worth accumulating a lot of gas as long as you get just one additional Stalker, one additional Tempest on the field. Still a little bit of a back and forth here between Yellow Snow and Shu. And guys, keep in mind, we're not done for the day after this. If you want a chance to be involved with these awesome games we have going on, join channel MLG in Heart of the Storm. Here we go, coming forward is Yellow Snow targeting down these Tempests, but I'm not sure if he has enough. A lot of Zealots being incorporated. Actually, these are Yellow Snow Zealots, and he's going to take out all these Tempests.
He is. The Tempests just cannot fight straight up on their own. They're really a support unit. Shu is in the great position, but he just didn't have the support needed for the Tempest. He is. He's conceding.
Oh my gosh. I'm a little surprised.
You know,
because there's still purple in this game.
If he just went charge at Archon,
Blue
I think he
is
might
accumulating Marines here.
Yeah, he might have been able to make a comeback here. The thing is, now with him out of the picture, well, purple is purple in the game. He's like one Archon.
Blue needs to realize, okay, Shu just GG'd.
And Yellow Snow is mine to middle base. If you don't do anything within the next like minute or two, he's gonna get
because he has to know
too big to fail basically.
Some sort of a battle just happened because one of the players GG'd. So he has to take advantage of this. And look at this, he's actually starting to move out a little bit, being a little bit cautious, saying hi to his friend Ecoside.
Killing the depleted assimilator. Perhaps if the Archon works with the Marines, maybe they can somehow take on.
Well, they can't let these minerals.
They can't. I mean, let's take a look at the income right now. It's definitely in the favor of Yellow Snow.
And we have 3 players that these are just guys that joined the channel and said, "Hey, I want to play against the pros," and they're here.
They've done it, man. They're done
top 3. Again, we joked about Yellow Snow being on one base for about 20 minutes, and he's in a great position. But here come the Marines going out right after these probes. This is exactly what he has to do, but here's the immediate retreat here from Yellow Snow. But that's a lot of stock.
Aggressive blink could knock out that medevac. Is he going to utilize it? No, his ally distracts with the probes. He's got to engage now. They've got to sandwich it. But no,
you gotta be careful.
He's ditching his ally.
Oh, he did.
He's ditching him. He's letting Ecocide fight on his own, and you know
what?
Well,
Ecocide just took out 3 Marines from Wretched.
He did, but that's because Wretched, instead of flanking, you know, for being on a team, their teamwork is
it's not very good.
No, it's got something to be desired. Lack of stutter step there, and I think
is Yellow Snow gonna win this?
Yellow Snow.
Yellow Snow.
Oh, there goes the medevac. A couple of Marines coming out here. A couple of Marines come out here, and he's still making Marines, but I mean, his income is down to like dropping 1 mule at a corner base.
There's the GG from Ecoside. I think this is happening. I mean, I saw a War Prison with a High Templar in it, but I don't know where that went.
Yeah, it was running around somewhere.
And we have the upset of the century here in Heart of the Storm. As Yellow Snow.
There's only 2 players left in this game, right?
It's just Yellow and Blue.
Yeah, and I mean, Wretched is just, I mean, he's got nothing. He's got 1 command center that ran into cannons, trying to find somewhere to mine.
Yeah, he can get mules, which means he can get Marines.
It's true, but I mean, the quantity of probes mining. Yeah, I mean, look, he's mining off two gold bases. He's got that natural at the bottom right, and he's got the middle. all being mined there.
Yeah, I think this is
Oh,
over.
the last orbital. Is he going to try to get some mules out before it goes? Get some gold minerals in his pocket.
Nope.
Nope. The orbital goes down. Last stand of Wretched coming out right now. The Spartans emerge from the choke point, but you know what? They don't fight well outside that choke. They're coming out, and last time they came out, the Stalkers are a little
The
bit too
last
much.
remnants of the Terran army going to be trying to engage Yellow Snow, trying to take victory for his hometown, for his team, and for his country and race. But it's not going to work. There's the GG from Wretched, and Yellow Snow
Victory.
is your victor. I never thought I would see Yellow Snow on the victory screen of an MLG Heart of the Storm exhibition.
Yeah.
I doubted the guy. I'll be honest. I saw him at the 15-minute mark on one base, and I wasn't confident in his ability to win the game.
And then we saw him at the 35-minute mark, or 25, something like that, with no blink.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's part of the plan.
He knows what he's doing.
It's part of the plan.
He is a
Anything
mastermind.
can happen in these free-for-alls, man. I'm telling you, anything can happen.
Yeah. Of course, guys, coming up next, we have some more Heart of the Storm exhibition action coming at you. Join channel MLG if you want to perhaps get involved, depending on how nice I feel or how good your compliment is towards us. But we'll be back with more Heart of the Storm exhibition action here at the MLG studio here from New York City. Stay tuned.